I realized when I was a trial judge, there was no solution really good for mental illness, and people that I thought would get help in jail, I realize now was the worst place to put them. I was already involved nationally on mental health work, and I thought if I left the bench, I would have a lot more time to devote to that. And so I stepped down and started advocating the heck out of mental health stuff. Before I even went to law school, I knew I wanted to be a judge, and I consider that my calling from my missionary background. I only applied to Ohio State, and fortunately I got accepted. They were actually ahead of the curve, and women were very accepted there. And as a result, I became very involved in mentoring law students from Ohio State, especially when I was a trial judge. I always took a woman student on and mentored her.
Hi, Leanne Rohr, Family Children's Council Director.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you. Nicole Shaw.
The first time I ever encountered mental illness in my world really was when I became a judge. And so through this process, we have developed a lot of resources. I'll talk some more about some of the bigger projects, but I'm going to start with some of the smaller
When
ones.
you grow up as a missionary kid, you don't know another life, so you don't know that you're poor, and you don't know that you're deprived, and all the things that in America you would be. I lived then my first 6 years on the Mekong River in this little town. I saw my parents' selflessness and passion for missions and concern for others, and I think that rubbed off in terms of the passion that I have. My parents, since they were required to be missionaries full-time, had a person that lived with us, that her name was Pia, and she lived with us almost 10 years, that helped take care of the kids when they were on doing their missionary work. And these are all my playmates. This is Surin. Surin is a place way up north Thailand, and they have a big elephant roundup. And I used to climb on out of the second-story window of one of the huts to get on their backs, and I would ride the elephants when they would come through for logging. So I did that a lot as a kid growing up.
We're headed to Noble County, and we're going to do a meeting on Stepping Up, which is a project to try to help them reverse the cycle, change the paradigm from jails being the de facto mental health.
You know, cancer, you have advocates, and you have heart disease advocates, and you have diabetes advocates, but mental illness is everyone covers it up and hides it. I realize there are a lot of judges that could be good justices, that would write really good opinions, but not many have the ability to convene and collaborate. That was my real gift, I decided. Not writing opinions, but it was this ability to pull people together and see connections and see groups and start stuff. And so I realized that's my skill set. I ought to use that in this field. And so let somebody else that can do the job, who wants to be a justice, take it over, and I'll do this.